I have decided to switch my entire game library over to being digital only. Let's get into it. What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Major Ben video here on the channel. I'm 2 for 2. I've uploaded 2 days in a row here at this point, which is rare, but it's not going to happen all the time. But I am going to be uploading Xbox content every single week now, and I am looking to start streaming very near in the future. So make sure you guys do smash the thumbs up button, press the subscribe button if you're not already, so you can stay tuned to the latest videos and streams that I'm going to be doing here on the channel, which is a lot coming up. A lot of Series X content going to be streamed in very high detail when I get my new internet on the 31st of January. So I'm hyped for that. But today, I want to talk a little bit about the fact that I have switched over to digital games as of being on the Series X now. I've stopped collecting physicals, and I'm really happy about it. Now, I want to talk about a few things in this video, and we're first going to start off with Game Pass. I am less and less at the moment finding myself needing to buy any games anymore because Game Pass is pretty much fulfilling my every need. A lot of games are coming out, well, some games are coming out day and date, ones that I'm looking to play, and a lot of the others are in my backlog that I want to play, have been enhanced for my new Series X console, and are included in Game Pass, and I can just download them and play them. So that is a big thing for me. So I'm not needing to buy anywhere near as many games because of the fact that they're all on Game Pass, a lot of the ones I want to play, and the games that I do need to buy, I just keep an eye out for sales and stuff on the store, or if not, they'll come to Game Pass in the future. Game Pass has seriously been such a massive thing for me that it's entirely changed the way I play. It's entirely changed my money situation because I haven't needed to purchase any games, especially when I was on PlayStation 5 having to pay £70 to get any new titles, and you know, it's just not worth that. And I want to do another video at some point talking about why I think PS5 games should not be £70 and no game should be worth £70, because that is a ridiculous price tag, and I don't think anyone should be paying that kind of money for something, especially a video game that's just, it's ridiculous. That price tag is absolutely insane. So that's one of the big things. Game Pass really is awesome, and I plan on doing another look into Game Pass on video and kind of working my way down the pages, looking at what's on Game Pass at the moment. Has it got better? Has it got worse, for example? Where is Game Pass kind of at? And I plan to do that video very soon, so make sure you do subscribe for that, because that's going to be something that we take a look at here on the channel. One of the other things, one of the big factors actually recently that has made me switch over to digital games is quick resume. And this is going to seem really petty. You can see my bed over there. Now, I have my TV at the bottom of my bed. It's all plugged in there. That's the way I like it. I like to sit in bed and play games. It's just nice for me, and I can watch TV in bed or whatever. But it's where my setup is in terms of the Series X, and I can change it all through to these monitors at the desk I'm sitting at the moment. But I don't often do that because it's nice to play there. But when I stream, it'll be helpful to have it here. Anyway, I'm rambling a lot, and I need to get back to what I was saying. If I wanted to use a physical disc, obviously I'm gonna have to get out of bed and change the disc over. I mean, shock, right? That's so complicated, such a big effort to do. Well, it's not, but also one of the big features that I love so much about the Xbox Series X, and that I've noticed by using Game Pass, is quick resume. The fact that I can go from playing an hour of Halo directly to jumping exactly back into where I was on Forza Horizon 5, for example. Then if I want to go back to Halo, I am bang on, obviously not an online game, but I'm bang on straight in where I left off. And this may seem stupid, but it's so huge, the fact that you can do this with this system. It's absolutely instantaneous. I mean, there is a tiny loading thing where it shows the quick resume page, but the point is, it's so quick, the fact that you can just boot from one game to another. And honestly, when I did play on the PlayStation 5, I missed that feature so much. Like, you do not realize how lucky you are when you have a Series X and then you try and use another platform. I even miss that feature when I'm on my multiple £1,000 computer. No, it's not a brag. I'm just pointing out that a Series X that is £450 is doing something that my $4,000 PC cannot do with the much better specs that it has. And it's all down to obviously the that's my cat, or the software optimization. And it's kind of irrelevant why, but it's just so good. Like, it's so good. And the fact that if I have all my games digital, I can switch between so many different games that I'm wanting to be playing at that period of time. So that's one of my main reasons for the switch to Xbox. And again, going back to Game Pass again, coming up, we have got Hitman 1, 2, and 3. Bear in mind, Hitman 3 launched in 2021, which is a pretty much brand new game still, and a very expensive game. All these games are coming to Game Pass. And I've kind of changed in my maturity level. When I was playing on PlayStation for all the previous years, I used to collect physical games. You can see my Xbox games there. I barely have any Xbox games. I have an entire load of PlayStation games down there. I used to like the fact that I was buying a physical collection and I was buying something to have and, you know, sort of building up a collection to the point where I actually was almost buying games for the sake of collecting them and not necessarily even opening them. Like, the amount of unopened games I have, that it's just a waste of money. Like, I don't care about having a physical collection. I've realized, like, why was I building one? In the end of the day, it was kind of only there for a bragging thing, but nobody comes over my house. I have no friends. What difference does it make if I have a massive PS5 collection? In fact, it's kind of cringy, and everything's going digital. If I buy an Xbox Series X physical game now, who knows if it's going to be supported next generation? Everything's going cloud-based. If I do buy it on the store, it's more than likely going to be carried over that I own that game in the future. And these things are worth thinking about. In the end of the day, like, if you are buying a disc now, disc drives have been phased away. In fact, the PS5 has clearly been designed around not having a disc drive, and it's had one slapped on the side as a kind of afterthought of, oh, we'll do a physical console for this generation, but who says there's going to be one next generation? And all you're going to be stuck with is those discs. And I know a lot of you don't care about backwards compatibility, but again, this is one of the other things I want with my series systems and why I'm buying digital. They are supporting backwards compatibility so well, and yes, I know they support backwards compatibility via the disc as well, but as I say, if there is no disc drive next generation, or it does go cloud-based next generation, you're not going to be able to play those discs in future. So the fact that I hopefully own it on the Microsoft Store means it will be carried over to the next system, and I'll be able to then play it, you know, because I own the digital version, and that will be boosted, or FPS boost, or whatever. So there's so many things there that are just so important to me, and I think it's worth me going digital now. I think it's the way forward, especially, as I say, with that quick resume and kind of just seeing my digital library all there. Like, I've got my hard drive plugged in and every single game is listed on my Xbox digital library, and I know that I can just click on any one of those things and launch straight into it. And if it's got if it's supported by quick resume and stuff, I can then switch between those games. And some of you Sony guys, I know your answer to quick resume is saying, oh, well, you know, just focus on one game at a time. But I'm sorry, how many of you guys requested a pause feature in Returnal? Yeah, pretty much most of you, because you wanted to go and stop the game, save it, or save feature I should say, and, you know, do something else and play a different game. So there's your answer right there. There's enough of you that wanted to stop that game just because it was a little bit too difficult. And it's the same for everybody. Sometimes I want to play Forza 5 for an hour, and then I want to go and do something else with Halo, or one of my friends then comes onto a party and says, hey Ben, should we play I can't think of a game. Should we play Gears together, for example? And I'm like, okay, let's just jump into Gears. And then they go off after an hour. I can then jump back to the game exactly where I left off and continue. You guys know how quick resume works. I don't know why I'm trying to explain it to you. But my point is, I think digital's the way to go. And yeah, I won't be able to do my collection videos anymore. I know that one did well on my PlayStation where I said, oh, this is my gaming collection. Well, I can do it digitally and show you guys what my digital collection is every single year. And I think that'd be something that's still interesting. Let me know in the comments if you are still interested in that. But I just wanted to make this video because I think that some of you guys should think about whether your discs are going to be valid in the future. And I know that, you know, people like physical media, but things are changing. Times are changing with both films and games and music as well. Things are going the digital route, and one day we're no longer going to have physical things because digital is superior, really. The only negative, by the way, to this is there is no resale. So if you do buy something that you don't like, particularly on Sony's part, they will not always offer you a refund. Microsoft have been much better with that kind of stuff. Like with the Cyberpunk situation, people were getting quite a few refunds through Microsoft, whereas the Sony guys weren't doing the same kind of policy. They did remove the game entirely from the store, but kind of doesn't really solve the problem of the people who already bought it. But that is something to think about. There's no resale value. You don't have a resale value. But I always think when I'm buying a game that's not on Game Pass, because it doesn't matter if it's on Game Pass, I download it, I play it. If I don't like it, it doesn't matter. That's one of the other great things about Game Pass. But if you buy a physical game, I usually know I'm gonna like that game. Some of the games like Outriders that I haven't been the biggest fan of, I played it all the way through, but it's not my favorite game in the world, trust me. And I played that through Game Pass, obviously, and I then knew not to buy it. But some of the other things you do get, if a game comes on Game Pass and then it leaves, you actually get discount purchases if you want to then go and buy that game. So for example, when Hitman leaves Game Pass, the trilogy, you'll be able to pick that game up for a short period of time at a discount from when it was on Game Pass. So I think if you're playing it at least. So if I start the game and I'm playing it, I know I can get a discount by purchasing that game for the fact that when it leaves Game Pass, if I haven't finished the game or whatever. So that's a massive thing as well. So if you really enjoy a game on Game Pass that much, you can then go and pick it up on the digital store at a discount from where it was originally. So that's pretty much it. Make sure you guys do like and subscribe to this channel. I really would appreciate it. You guys are smashing it, and thank you for all the support. And I'm looking forward to streaming a lot in the near future. So thank you for that, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.